In this video, we're going to discuss phone communication. How do we get a hold of a coach? Who do we call? Who's the right person to even talk to? This video is going to break down everything you need to do in order to get a hold of that coach. So we decided to call the coach. What do we do? What do we even talk about? We're going to break it down for you. Make sure that we're calling at the right time. Call when someone is going to be there. Practices are usually midday. So we want to either call before or after practices. So if you're on the West Coast, you're going to call on Eastern Standard Time if you're looking at a school in New York. If you're on the East Coast and you want to call a UCLA or a team on the West Coast, you're looking at Pacific Standard Time. Be clear about what you're calling about. These coaches are busy. If they answer, understand that you only have a limited amount of time. Make sure that you're telling them exactly what you want. I'm really interested in the program. I'm really interested in academics. I have great work ethic. I'd love to be a part of the school. What is the next steps for me to take? Now, if you're leaving a message, again, be clear about what you want or what you're in need of so that these coaches can respond to you. The third thing that we recommend is talk more than athletics. Don't just talk about, I want to play baseball, because everyone that reaches out to them wants to play baseball for them. What can you do that separates you in this phone call? Talk about other things. Talk about more than athletics. I understand that, there's a great student union. I understand that team bonding is great. I understand that there's some great restaurants and some places around there. I understand the atmosphere at the school is second to none. These are all things that make you a well-rounded student, and it's all the things that coaches want to see and want to hear. They want to know that if you're going to be a good teammate. Are you someone that likes to go out? Things like that. That's all things that they want to know, and that's all things they're going to identify and find out. Make sure that you're talking about more than athletics. No ums or ahs or anything like that could make that coach feel that you're uninterested in that program, and or making them feel that they're wasting their time. Because again, that's the most important thing. These coaches have very limited time, and if they're willing to give you the time to talk, make sure that you are discussing everything possible within that range of time. When making phone calls, there are some for sure don'ts. Number one is rambling on. Make sure you're not dominating the conversation. Make sure that there's a great flow. Make sure that the conversation is rolling. Make sure that they're answering questions, they're asking questions, you're answering questions, and making sure that the conversation is something that will be remembered. The second thing that we recommend is not having your parents on the phone call. This is your recruitment. This is your next level experience. Make sure that you're on that phone call and that you're doing everything possible to answer the questions you need answered. This is, again, not your parents' recruitment. Make sure that you are getting everything out of this coach in the limited amount of time that you have. The third thing that we cannot do on a phone call is answer every question with a yes or no. Be detailed, have context. Understand that, again, these coaches are going to talk to multiple players. What separates you? Are you engaging? Are you giving answers more than just the yes, no? Is this an intellectual answer? Is this an intellectual conversation? We want to separate ourselves with everything that we do. The last thing we recommend not doing is you cannot be arrogant. You have to be humble. Do not beg the coach for a starting spot or tell him, hey, when I go there, I'm going to be your guy, or I'm going to be that. There's a difference between being confident and cocky or arrogant. We want to be someone that they want. When you're discussing playing times or anything in that range, you're a team guy. I'll play anywhere, anytime, doesn't matter. Do not limit yourself or eliminate yourself due to arrogance. Before we get on that phone call, we want to make sure that we are prepared. We want to make sure that we have the questions that need to be answered that are right for us. And in our plug and plays, we have those questions for you. We're going to have everything you need to ask these coaches where you feel comfortable for the next step of your recruitment. Not only do we have questions for them, the coaches. We have also questions that coaches might ask you. You need to definitely have that with you so that you are prepared for when you make this phone call. So a coach hasn't responded. You haven't been in the baseball playground very long, and you called and called and called and haven't gotten a response. Well, don't worry. Our plug and play has a voicemail script made just for you. It's going to be precise and right to the point when making your phone call. This is what I'm looking for. This is what it is. Hi, coach. Hope this message finds you well. We are going to give them a reason to call us back.